Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wilds of Eldraine draft here on the channel. We're going to go pick by pick, play by play, and talk through everything so you can improve at draft and have more fun playing yourself. If you enjoy these sorts of things, let me know. Hit the like button, comment below. And yeah, we are having fun. So, our first pack is a doozy. The best, or not the best, but the rare is a Farsight Ritual. And it's kind of a good card selection spell, but I tend to not prioritize taking blue cards early. I wait to see if blue is open, because I don't think it's like unplayable or anything, but I do think it's a little bit behind the other colors in terms of power level, and so I don't want to like start in blue. I'd rather be like, okay, I'm seeing a lot of blue. That being said, this pack, Belligerent of the Ball, is pretty good. Neva is fantastic, and I think it's honestly going to be my pick because I think the disparity in power level between this and the rest of the pack is high enough that it makes me want to take it over something like Belligerent of the Ball, which I think is in second place. Neva can just like take over a game sometimes. Like you get a card back, you can sometimes get recursive loops with Neva. It just felt really, really good whenever my opponents have played it. And the rest of this pack is pretty garbage. Like this is maybe like Hatching Plans can be okay, Belligerent can be okay. I would take Belligerent second here. This card's really good, but only in red-green. I think Hatching Plans is good, but I don't, as I said, really want to start going down that path. In terms of the, like, I don't want to start in blue until I know it's open. Let's just say it that way. Also, I am streaming this live on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. So if I'm talking to folks or explaining things in more detail, then that's what it's for. Back for Seconds is just a broken card. It's honestly like unfair what this card does. It feels like a lot of the time because you just play this, you get back like a 4-drop, and then you get another card back to your hand, and like you get like a mana advantage playing your recursive spell, which is just like not okay. Normally it's like, oh, I'm taking a tempo disadvantage because I'm paying 3 mana and not affecting the board. But this one you get like pay 3 mana, get a 4-drop, and get another card back. It's crazy. The Princess Takes Flight would maybe be my second pick because it's a really good synergy piece, and if you take it early, you can sometimes build around it. I've tended to go the other way, like make sure I have the synergy in place before taking it. But if you get bargain cards or the Feasting guy, the Feasting Celebrant, then that card's pretty good. Or whatever that one's called. Cooped Up is another good removal spell, but Back for Seconds is just absurd. Pick 3. There is a Hopeful Vigil. There is a Cooped Up. There is a Welcome to Sweet Tooth. I love all 3 of those cards. They're all great. I think that Cooped Up is better than Hopeful Vigil. It's been a great removal spell in this set, honestly. And it's like 2 mana, kill anything you want. And so I think I'm going to take that over Hopeful Vigil, which at the end of the day is a good card, but it is still a 2-drop. It's great with Neva. But this card's also great with Neva because you can also just like have this go to your graveyard for Neva. And I think Cooped Up is just really good. Sweet Tooth is great. Hopeful Vigil is great. We're seeing some white cards. We're not seeing much black, but we already have some really good black cards. And so honestly, the way you have to evaluate open signals is, even if I identified a color as open, the odds of me getting past a card on par with these two is still very low, even if that color's open at this point in the pack. Okay, and white is just clearly absurdly open. Black doesn't need to be absurdly open if we're just getting all of the white cards and then supplementing it with some really good black ones. Wooded Acolyte is just great. 3 mana 2/2, draw a card. All you need. You bring it back, it just keeps the 2-for-1s coming. Like you bring it back with Neva, you get another 2-for-1, just great. We're seeing some red here. Both of these cards are good. Not Dead After All is also good with creatures that have good ETBs, but it's not a huge priority for me because it's kind of easy to get blown out going for that sort of thing. Never gonna give you up. Yeah, good point, Twitch chat. That's another reason to take this card first for all of the never gonna give you up memes. Okay, now we have an interesting spot. I've actually really liked Minstrosity, but I'm not gonna ever take it super highly. And here we have Shatter the Oath, which I think is a really good removal spell to have access to 1 copy of. I think Feed the Cauldron is similar. Having access to 1 copy of this is pretty reasonable, but I think getting 1 Shatter the Oath is good. Just unconditional removal makes a Wicked Roll token just perfect for a lot of decks. And now we're starting to get see the downsides of some of our, like, okay, we've realized that the colors maybe aren't the most open. Red is very open with Frantic Firebolt, 6th pick. Also a Unruly Catapult and a Red Cap Thief. But we have 5 really good cards and 1 solid one, and so we're just going to like stick to white-black, hope for a good pack 2, and then be okay if pack 3 is a little bit rough. And it looks like we get a Minstrosity here. We don't have a single great 2-drop. 3-drops are not hard to come by in this set, in my experience. This card's really good. We could have had a maybe okay blue-red deck. We started with Neva, though, and took back for seconds, which made that kind of hard to do. But this card's really good if you can like sacrifice it before the chapter 3 goes off, because then you just get to keep a couple copies of your cards. But we're going to take Minstrosity. I like having a copy of this. Gives you a food, so you can stabilize. And Sweet Tooth Witch is good, but I think it's more of a secondary consideration. Now we get potentially this. There's an Up the Beanstalk, which I like. I'm going to take the second Shatter the Oath. I don't normally play 2. But I'm going to take it here. I think I will probably play 2 of them. And I think Evolving Wilds isn't a huge priority for me at this point. Do I rate Candy Trail, the food clue card? I think that card's fine if you earn a food deck, but I don't really play it unless I have other cards to care about some food. Evolving Wilds. Yeah, I'm just going to take Shatter the Oath. Warehouse Tabby, the card that I almost first picked, Wield. Red is so open in this draft. I think I'm going to take this over the Tabby. I can never do anything with Tabby. There's also a Crystal Grotto, but I'm just going to take this because maybe we'll wheel every single red card that we thought because nobody's playing red. Yeah, we're just seeing all of the red cards now. And then we could just like splash or something. I don't know. Unlive. The Belligerent Wheeling is a bit weird. Like, I knew red was open, but the whole point of like reading signals and stuff is not necessarily, oh, red is open, I must draft red. It's like, red is open, but am I going to get red cards that are better than the other cards that I already have? Because back for seconds is like unfair whenever it gets cast. I also wield Hopeful Vigil, so that's a good sign. But like, sure, red's open, but like, I don't think I'm going to pass up my other card quality with red cards unless I'm getting like 12th pick for Frantic Firebolts, which is why I'm still taking the red cards. Where it's like, okay, maybe I end up playing white-red, splashing black. Could happen. If you're getting cards that late. I only have 3 red cards. I have 4 black cards. Here, normally I would take the Minstrosity, but I'm going to take the Armory Mice because I think that it's more likely that I play a white-red deck splashing black. Well, I'm glad we stayed flexible. This card's absurd. 4 mana 4/4, flying trample. Whenever it attacks, you get a treasure. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to take that. And now, maybe I did want to take the Minstrosity there. I could just play red, black, splash, white. But regardless, I'm going to play this card, and I'm definitely going to take it. So we're going to play red. Now I just have to decide how... Like, I wish I'd taken one of those Evolving Wilds that I saw, but I think taking the second Shadow of the Oath was worth experimenting on. But Decadent Dragon is just absurd. Candy Grapple. No, wait, there's another back for seconds. What am I doing? I keep forgetting to see this card. Every time this card gets passed, I'm just like, what is happening? Like, it's just unfair. Yeah, I think I should have taken the Minstrosity over the Armory Mice, but it's not a huge deal. Minstrosity's not like a make or break card. I could just take a Prophetic Prism to help my mana. I could also take this card. It works great with Minstrosity. Red, black. I don't even need to play the white. I could just play red, black. These are the white cards that I want. And these are the white cards that I don't really care about. Prism is fixing, but I'm not sure if I'm going to splash at the end of the day. This card's also good. I do need 2 drops, and I'm not going to necessarily get that many good ones. This one's also really good with Minstrosity. Helps me get cards into the graveyard. I'm going to take it over the Prophetic Prism. Now I get a Cut In or a Voracious Vermin. I already have like infinite 3-drops. This is a removal though. I have 2 3-drop creatures. This one's pretty good. Cut In's great though. I'm just going to take Cut In. Stone Splitter Bolt. Or Cut In. I think I just keep taking Cut Ins. This card's pretty reasonable, though. I just like that this makes a young hero token, which is a really good token to have. So if I did want to splash white, this is helpful. What else is there? A third cut in? Honestly, I probably don't need to splash white. Red is super open. I'm getting good cards. I'm just going to take a third cut in and focus in on my black-red deck. I have almost too much removal. I have 6 removal spells right now. Only 5 creatures. Taking the mice over the monstrosity might really punish me. We shall see. I could also splash white if I use like treasure from Redcap Thief. I'm not going to play both Shadow the Oaths. I'm only going to play one of those, I think. There is an Ash. I'll just take this 3-drop guy. I like him. He's a pretty good 4-drop, actually, too. Just make a young hero token. Red, white, splash, black could still be on the table as well. I think that's better. Now we'll get this guy. This is a Grabby Giant. Of course, we wheel the Belligerent of the Ball. Why wouldn't we? Might want Ratcatcher Trainee a bit more, though. I think this guy's better. Ooh, Monstrosity, nice. Got 3 2-drops. How many creatures am I at? 8. Just need a few more. And Neva can definitely be splashed. It's just not necessarily the best card to splash. Because it tended to synergize well with, like, some of the other cards. Like, white has more auras and stuff. Great. A Conceited Witch is great for me. Catapult. Honestly, Catapult's pretty good, too. Gives me some reach. Yeah, that's why I don't prioritize 3-drops, really. Okay, another Redcap Thief. Another Catapult. Red is so open. Here I'm going to take Candy Grapple. Get that removal spell. Okay, cool. I didn't mess up the recording there. Yeah, pretty easy Candy Grapple here. Hopeless Nightmare is also a solid card. I really like that one, but I'm just going to get the removal spell. I have plenty of stuff to sacrifice to it. And now there's a Prism or this guy. I honestly like the Edgewall pack a little bit. Could also take this. Could also take the Candy Trail. The real question is, do I want to splash? Hey, Premier. Thanks for the kind words. The 3-drops do get crowded real quick, but some of my 3-drops are not really creatures, and I'm not going to play all these. I think I'm going to take Prism over this guy and this guy. And now another Candy Grapple over the Edgewall in. Dog does enable Celebrate, but I might wheel some of the Edgewall packs. Red has been so open. Okay. How many instants and sorceries do I have? 3 instants, 7 sorceries, plus an adventure and adventure. Could just be catapulting it up. Vermin. I mean, this is just not a great pack for me. There's nothing for me. I'm going to have to make some cuts here. I probably have too much removal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could just take a 2-drop. It's a really bad 2-drop. It's much worse than Monstrosity. I don't think I'm playing these catapults anyway. Definitely not all 3. Do I take this or an Edgewall pack? Edgewall pack is good with back for seconds. It's also good with belligerent to the ball. I just think Frantic Firebolt is way better than Shadow the Oath, and this way I can just cut the Shadow the Oaths. And I don't really need Red Cap Thieves because I'm not splashing. And I get a Torch the Tower or a Hopeless Nightmare. I think I just take Hopeless Nightmare. I have so much removal. And that gives me something to sacrifice to this thing. This thing. I don't really want the Vermin. Omniscience, sure, I'll just take it. I'm not going to play the black Baronauti. 2, 4, 7 removal spells is a lot. How many creatures do I have? Ooh, Merry Bards. Good. Nice pickup. Baronauti. Whoa, Mandarin, congrats on the 7-1 run. Cool. Okay, so we have to make one cut here. Stockpiling, Celebrant. Okay, we have a lot of good removal. We have a little bit of value with our back for seconds. It's mostly going to come down to, like, what last couple cuts we want to make. We could take this card. But I don't think we need to splash. We have so much power. I don't think we need this guy either. Like, if we wanted to splash, we could play this, and then the 2 Treasure Makers, and it'd be pretty easy. I don't think we want these removal spells. They're just worse than the ones we do have. So I think we just cut one of these 3-drop creatures, and I think we'll keep the Merry Bards, and I think Voracious Vermin is weird, but I think it's fine. We'll cut an Unruly Catapult. And this is the deck. So much removal, so much value. Let's see if we can get so much win. Before I get to the games, I want to give a brief shout out to the NicolaiBolas Patreon. If you've been enjoying my videos and would like to support my content directly, then Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a way for viewers to give back to the content that they enjoy. So if my videos have made your life a little bit brighter, maybe if you want some extra booster packs or gems on Magic Arena, and you just enjoy the channel, then Patreon is a way for you to give back and help me continue making high quality content on a consistent basis. You'll also gain access to things like my Wilds of Eldraine tier list, where I grade every single card in the set on an A through F scale, and other things like drafts with me, or even being featured in these credits, because I do want to give a special shout out to the patrons who support at the credits level. It really does mean a lot and helps the channel grow and thrive. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. On the draw, we'll keep this. We have some time to find a swamp. We have a Grabby Giant. Grabby. This is a lot of cutting in. Okay. No, they have it. Kellen's Light Blades always gets me. I was hoping they wouldn't have it. I like it when it shatters. They don't actually get to put the counter on the thing. Land me. Huge. What a rip. I could have played Grabby Giant too, but it'll be fine. Grabby Giant, cut in something. Sure. I wonder why they didn't just use their coop up there. So they probably have a combat trick here. Let's just assume they do. Another Light Blade. It's pretty wrong. Collector's Vault. Oh my gosh. One thing about Kellen's Light Blades is you rather use it when while they're attacking you, because then you don't, at least you're not taking damage from not blocking, being afraid of a combat trick. I have 6 cards in hand, and they have 3. Soon to be 2. Sure. I'm just going to do this. Very simple line here. Kill their land, limit their options, attack them. Yeah, back for seconds is just disgusting. It's like, what the heck is they doing with this card? It's like I play black just for that card. Tough cookie. Yep. So I can start pinging them while also holding back on blocks. This card's pretty good in these sorts of spots. Sure. They can double block and lose both their guys. So they're a functional 8. This thing plus this thing is going to trigger this guy again. Sure. They're not putting on their pie wielder? Okay. Okay. Got me. They go to 5 and lose their last card. This is going to be a 5/5. So if I buff this guy, then they're dead. Because they're both 4 power and I can ping them. Got the win. Perfect, okay. The sounds are kind of in and out because my earbuds are dying because I've been recording for so long today. That the sound is sometimes like linked to the earbud, so when my earbud dies, just like the game sound goes away. Oh, nice clean victory. I feel like I'm finally starting to figure out which cards are good in this set, how to draft it, things like that. Things have been good. Borzova. Okay, we'll keep this. Mint Strosity. Belligerent into Vermin is pretty good. Trying to play Dragon on curve, that was also good. They do have Kellen's Light Blades, they have Kellen's Light Blades. But like if they don't have it, then it's just like giving up damage for no reason. This is not going to be as useful. Because they're not playing a deck with any overlapping colors. They can counter if they want. Yep. Sure. Okay, splashy. So if they block this guy, they die. If they block this guy, they die. Got there. Hooray. Ugh. Ugh. Crushing. We're winning, like, everything. Wow, there's so many viewers today. It's so nice to have a bunch of folks hanging out. I forget if I mentioned to YouTube this time that I'm streaming this on twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas, and that's who I'm talking to. But I am, and it is the case. March of the Machine was a cool format. I loved, like, callback cards. Those were sick. I feel like sick is one of the NicolaiBolas words that I use the most. Like I say, oh, that's sick. Am I almost in diamond? My gosh. Easy keep. I love having a monstrosity in my opener. I wish I had that other monstrosity instead of the stupid mice that I took. Obviously, I'm playing black with back for seconds in my deck. And monstrosity has quickly gone up in my estimation. And I don't think I've ever played the mice. Oh, man, opponent. What are you doing? I guess I'll have to follow the candy trail to this house. I wonder what's in here. Ah! We have the Decadent Dragon. Yay! They're also playing a black deck. We can use our dragon. They've grappled me. We're going to use the dragon, see if we can find something from their deck to use. Oh my gosh. Those are some cards. If only I had my second mountain. But they're both black cards, so it doesn't even matter. They're playing blue-black, so it works out that I got two black cards. Playing around the counterspell. If I draw my mountain, I'll be able to play around that counterspell. Would it be better to cast mine or the one from Exile? Probably mine. I want to save this so I can scry. Yep. Man. So what I'm going to do here is I'm not going to play the Belligerent. I'm going to hold up my removal spell so that I can play this and the Conceited Witch thing next turn and get two Belligerent of the Brawl triggers to make this thing hit pretty hard. Thanks, Fratzing. Are they going to go for the discard too? Do it, buddy. I'm ready. Do you have a counterspell or? Nope. I wanted to get the belligerent into play. Holding up the removal spell worked out. Oh, this is an instant or sorcerer. I forgot about that. For some reason, I was thinking of it as an enchantment. Because this is lethal now. Boom! Let's go! Unruly Catapult did so much damage. What the heck was that? Didn't even have double red. I mean, the Catapult was like doing 2 a turn. Honestly, it's not that good in my deck. Because I can't put like young heroes on it. But it's fine. It gets the job done, as they say. Ugh. Let's get another win here, shall we? I am too much in, son. Okay, easy keep on the play. We always have Monstrosity in our opener. The Spear God. Certainly embarrasses Monstrosity, I'll say that much. But Catapult's pretty good against Spear Guard, so as long as we draw on land, we'll be fine. Black-red mirror match. Monstrosity versus Monstrosity. Brother on brother. I really want to use the Callous Cell Sword into the Callous Cell Sword part of the card. Kill the vermin. Your other guy. We both make foods. I'm still looking for my land. I get another Monstrosity instead. I just need any land, deck. Any land will do. Dealer's choice. They haven't missed a land drop yet, so they could still have some extra lands in hand and not be having many spells. So this means they have a blocker for the Monstrosity, because otherwise it's 2 damage for 3 damage. Okay, well that's really good for me. Would I rather sacrifice this guy and have the Candy Grapple around? I think so. Hit them first. And this way I still have my Candy Grapple to kill a 5/5 if they play one. Like a Scream Puff or something. My games are going well, Jimmy. Okay, Nikolai always draws what he needs. Bolas, let's go. I mean, my opponent's not up to much. They're sacrificing a food and playing a 2-drop. My 2/2 is a brick wall for their entire board, pretty much. Yeah. I'd say this is going all right. Sure. Yes! It's rain and land! Hallelujah, it's rain and land! Just doing it on my main phase so they can't have any shenanigans top decked. Hmm. I'm going to save this so I can use it on the same turn as cracking a food to gain some life. We'll play this guy and let them use their removal on it. Okay. Thank goodness we drew our land finally. So they're gonna have another rat. Okay. Yep, good game. I missed my land drop for too long. That was like, they had like 5 lands when I had one. Of course I didn't have fun game. Why do they always ask after the ones where I get wrecked? They could have asked after any of the other ones and I would have been pretty fine with it. I answered that question directly correlated with whether or not I won. Pretty much across the board. I don't think I've ever answered yes when I've lost, and I don't think I've ever answered no when I lose. No, the opposite. I've only answered yes when I've won. I mean, I've never answered yes unless I've won. And every time I've lost, I've answered no, pretty much. I don't even think it's a pretty much. I think it's just every time. Because they always ask me right after I lose. Like, did you have fun losing? No, not really. Not particularly. Wow, this hand has 3 lands, more than I had that entire last game. Let's go. You only answer no against Mono Green Devotion or Rakdos. Ah, the Godzilla land. Nice choice. Well, nice choice indeed. I think I'm just going to play this and then just jam Decadent Dragon on turn 4, maybe. I kind of want to get the value from the dragon, though, is the thing. Because they're going to be grinding. I can already tell. If I had like a black removal spell, it could be pretty good. For some reason, I thought it gave Menace. That was a terrible not block. I just assumed that that would work the way I wanted it to. I thought that this gave Menace for some reason. That was a very easy block, and I just didn't make it. So they're white-black splashing green for something. Oh, that's what they're splashing green for. And now I'm going to lose. Perfect. I misread the card, immediately lose. Let's hope they have something good in their deck that can save me. Like a... No! Okay, if I had played that correctly, I would have won. Very easily, I think. Maybe, unless they killed my dragon. I'm just going to scoop it up and go to the next game so I don't have to think about it anymore. But I know I will think about it. If I had just blocked... If I had just played my dragon on turn 4, that would have gone. Man. Oh, man. Horrific misplay, check. This is a good hand. Blue-black, okay. So blue-black, I have to worry about their counterspell. I'll just go for end of turn Decadent Dragon. How to get better at drafting? It takes a lot of practice. And then it's just like thinking about how the cards are going to interact, building a deck that has a cohesive plan. And if they counter this, then I will cut in their 1/3 and make Wicked Visitor a hero, I guess. Obira. So this is my second best play. But if they have a counter spell, then it'll be okay for me. How are they so much lower than me on life? I've just been hitting them for 2 every turn. I can use Grabby Giant to make a treasure and then use the treasure to play Obira. I don't think they have a counterspell. I think if I just jam my flyer, they'll be in bad shape. Wicked Visitor, okay. I actually have lethal now. Oh, it's only when another fairy enters the battlefield. Okay. Got there! Yes! Once I get to 4 wins with a deck, I feel like I've done it. Like I've achieved something. So even though I might not get the perfect run, and even though deep down there is still danger to be stopped, know that I shall not perish, and this draft shall not end. For today we rise, we fight. I feel like I've been getting good practice in, good reps, learning what's good, learning what's not, learning what to play around, learning which things aren't worth playing around, how to splash, all that stuff. It's been a good day. Half of the hut. Also, my mental's been way better today. Okay, this is an easy mull. I'm not going to keep the sketchy, can't cast a single spell in my hand. We'll keep this and ditch a cut in. Sure. Whatever they try to put 2 counters on must die. Collector's Vault, sure. Minstrosity, where art thou? Collector's Vault is annoying. I'm just hoping they don't find a 6/6 trampler. That would not be great for me. So they're playing green-black. Discarding a spell is a good sign for me. Maybe. Or maybe it means they have all action. Utopia Sprawl, sure. They're ramping into something. Utopia Sprawl feels like a perfect candidate to discard to the vault. To the vault. Sure, the witch. I'm going to play the Belligerent. If I want to put cut in young hero counter on it. And I don't really care about killing their 2/3 menace or their 2/4 right now. Because neither can block very well. Maybe I'll kill their 2/4 down the line. Stab wound, okay. That just means they can't really attack me. Except with that guy. So they kind of got me because they used their last card in hand. Once this stab wound is dealt with, but they can't attack me while the stab wound is on my guy, really. Hmm. Just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. That is pretty good. Just need a little bit of food to get me over the edge here. Wow. I think I'm going to just send in. They're going to have to block it eventually. I think. One, two, three, four, five. I take 2. And then I attack them back for 3, 7, 8. So I have 2, 4, 5. Oh, right. The thing has Death Touch. I'm so trash. I'm so bad. What am I doing? I literally just could have blocked the rat instead. It doesn't make any difference to me functionally. They also have food tokens, so I can't possibly raise them. Yeah, such is life. Stab wound was pretty annoying there, mostly just because I didn't have anything else going on. I was kind of going to be able to ping him. I don't know. The deck was okay. I drafted pretty well, played pretty bad, and then you get a 4-3 record. I was just like thinking like if I attack them, they're going to have to block, and then they didn't really have a... I guess they did have a good attack back. I just... Sometimes I don't calculate stuff at all. I'm just like, it looks like they can't attack. Like, when I could have just been like, okay, if they hit me, I just die. They just attack everything, with everything on board. But yeah. Any changes I would have made? Mary Bards was not the best. It was okay. I think the Catapult is a really big non-bow with cut-in. You want to be able to play 3-drop and then immediately immediately cut in. Maybe I could have cut a land. But overall, pretty fun draft. If you did make it all the way till the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag wide open, because this was maybe the most open I've ever seen red. We were getting wheeled belligerent of the ball and stuff like that, which was pretty fun. And yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, comment with your questions and feedback. And if you want to support my content, you can do so via Patreon and get access to some bonuses in the process. But that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.